why does she wear that scarf? I heard she ain't got no edges, sis. Is that even the right way to wear that scarf? Or just because she's bald? Since everybody want to see my hair so bad, here goes nothing.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought ass the mo.
Mind your business.
Sensational.
What is up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We almost at 200 subscribers, y'all. Keep liking it up, keep sharing, keep commenting, and you know, show your girl some love. You feel me? I'm a young black man. I just thank y'all so much for your support. If you like my content, comment down below what more you want to see. I am working on new content for y'all with school and just work. Everything has just been busy, but I am definitely going to make more time for y'all, okay? Period. So today I'm coming with a story time about why I wear my scarf. I'm parched. Get the throat together. This is not an Essentia ad, but they water bomb. Okay, in my journey from when I started wearing my scarf until now, I know a lot of people ask questions when they first meet me, like, dang, like she be rocking that scarf. Like, I wonder why she wear that scarf, or, you know, why does she even wear that scarf, or is that even the right way she's supposed to be wearing that scarf? So I'm here to just answer all the questions, talk about my personal self, my personal journey. And yeah, like I don't really feel like a lot of people, I mean, your journey is your journey, your story is your story, so it's not to broadcast or whatever, but yeah, just a little bit of explanation. So like I said, this is everybody has their own personal journey. This is my personal one. I'm not speaking on anybody else. I'm not speaking for my religion as a whole. I'm not speaking for, yeah, nobody else but myself. So to start, I started wearing my scarf freshman year of college, so 2013. So just leading up to that, it was like a lot of factors that played into like my decision. So first I was going to college, so it was going to be like a brand new environment. I was going to meet brand new people, and I felt like that I can basically start brand new, like, you know, like I was like, this is gonna be the first time a lot of people meet me for the first time. So if they meet me with my scarf already, then it'll be nothing different to them, unless you knew me from high school or whatever the case may be. But you know, I knew I was going to an environment where a lot of people didn't know me from high school. So, and I wasn't even that popular. I wasn't that popping in high school anyway. So that was a factor. So I had a summer orientation coming up, and so I was like, they're gonna take the ID picture. So I need to decide before the ID picture is taken, because I can't be, you know, hair out in the ID picture and then they're gonna be seeing me with my scarf. So I needed to make that decision before that time came. And I think I graduated high school on June 6th, and the orientation was gonna be on like June 16th or something like that. So I had like 10 days to really get it together. But at that time, like everybody around me, like my cousins, my little sister, they had already like embraced that scarf journey. So I was like, why not? Like, you know, like I know it's something that, you know, I've been building myself up to do. And like I've said in previous videos, like it's nobody like forced it on me, or, you know, nobody like made me feel bad for not wearing it, because it is part of my religion. But I feel like I was kind of glad that it came to me in the way that it did, naturally, and just wanting to embrace that part of myself. And so I just one day woke up and I just put it on. I was like, this is the day. I don't know what it was, but I woke up and I was like, this is the day I'm gonna wear it. So I wore it. Granted, it didn't look good. I'm just gonna be honest, had like humps in it, and if I can find a picture, I'm gonna insert it. It's gonna be a really embarrassing picture though, so don't judge me if I do find one. And if I didn't find one, or if it was just too embarrassing, I'm not gonna insert it. Hear me say scarf or hijab kind of interchangeably. At the end of the day, I consider it the same thing. So both of my younger sisters had, you know, took that step before I did. So that was a huge, well, my youngest sister first. So that was a huge, like, you know, encouragement. Like, if they can do it, I can. I'm the oldest. You know, I should be setting an example, which I think I do. But in that aspect, it was kind of reversed. Like, they actually set the example for me. So I thank God for them. So another thing I like kind of battled with myself first was that at that time I kind of knew what people were like, you know, were going through who wore the scarf. It was like something going on in like the UK where people were being harassed because they wear scarves, and just, you know, how the media portrays, you know, hijabis or just Muslims in general. And so like, to start at that time, like that kind of tried to scare me or put fear into my heart about it. But at the end of the day, I kind of just said, I'm not doing this for anybody else but myself and my Lord. So I kind of just got over it, really. So yeah, it was literally like a new journey that I was going to take on, along with a new journey that I was going to take on literally with college. And I don't regret it. Orientation, nervous, like, oh my gosh, like this is my first time really like in public with it. So what are people gonna think? And I know people was like, this girl, the heck is that on her head? Cause mind you, y'all, so it's levels to this hijab stuff. Like, you start off as a little kid with a little one piece. So it's just like a one piece, you just throw it over your head and that's it, like you're good. Then as you get to like adolescence, like you get to like the preteens, teens, it become like a two-piece. It become like a little, it become like a two-piece. So you put the first piece on and then you flex with the longer piece you can put on top. And that was my phase, okay? That little two-piece, couldn't nobody tell me I wasn't rocking a little two-piece. And then when you're adult, you just go regular scarf, no pieces, baby. So style it how you want, do what you want with it, with the pins and the colors and the everything, okay? So I wasn't at that level yet, you know. I still was two-piecing it. So I was like, nah, like I'm a grown woman, like I can't be out here with no two-piece on. Like I can't be out here with no two-piece hijab. What I look like? So I was like, I'm a scarf it. And I'm gonna style it. So I try to do the little style that my cousin does, cause she be rocking it. Shout out to my cousin Simi. She literally like kills, like she has like some bun with a little wrap around with the earring showing. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do it. Y'all, I tried it and it wasn't for me. Like it didn't look good on me. So I was like, all right, next. Then I tried like the little, just wrapping it around. My face is way too round for that. So I was like, next. Then I just tied it somehow, Sha. And I went to the orientation. But y'all, that it looked crazy, okay? But you know, it was just the fact that I did it. Needless to say, my ID picture that I took, the ID picture that I took that followed me throughout my 4 years of college looked crazy, okay? But yeah, that ID picture was that was one, boy. That's why I'm here now, you know? Growth. It was all a learning experience. I posted on Instagram. I think this was my first post, like with my scarf on Instagram. I had deleted like all my posts showing like my hair or posts with my hair out. And I posted on Instagram and I was like, I captioned it somehow. I was like, with life come changes or something corny like that. It was like the most like, I think at that time, it was like the most like picture that I had on Instagram. So I was like, okay, confidence. It felt good that people was actually like supporting me and showing me mad love. And so I felt better, you know? And I knew like school was starting at school was starting at this point in like a week or even less than a week. So I think that was like real refreshing. I'm feeling very much Rosie the Riveter. So boom, college started. I know it took me a while to kind of get here, but boom, college started, right? So like when I started getting comfortable, I was like, okay, you know what? Now I'm comfortable. Now I know where these buildings are at. Now I'm not lost on campus. Now, you know, I actually, you know some people, follow them on Instagram, whatever the case may be. Like now I'm about to show who I really am, because not to toot my own horn, but I'm a vibe. I'm a vibe. You gonna catch this vibe. Like you're not about to just look at me because of my scarf and be like, oh nah, like no, you gonna catch this vibe. Period. I started hanging out more, like people who I met in organizations, I started hanging out more, and they all just started like, you know, seeing me as Sheeda. Sheeda was Sheeda. Sheeda wasn't Sheeda with the scarf on her head. Sheeda wasn't, you know, that Muslim girl. Sheeda was Sheeda. Like I finally, like by the end of freshman year, I finally like was comfortable. Like Sheeda was Sheeda. And I want to say probably the next summer, y'all, like something just changed. So I don't know if like I said, like I started like wearing different styles, wearing different textures of scarves, and I don't know if a certain texture did not agree with my skin, but I started like my skin started like becoming horrible. Like where I would tie my scarf, like around here, my whole neck was just like, and I do have eczema, so I just tucked it up to the eczema, but it wasn't eczema because it wasn't rash. It was like scales. Like it was like my skin was like scaling, and like up here where like, you know, the scarf would be up here, it was like flakes, like mad flakes, mad scaly. It will hurt to move my neck, everything. So I was like, yo, like, so for a while I just was like, whatever, like it'll go away. So I was keep wearing my scarf. I kept wearing my scarf regularly, not even chucking it up to being like it might be one of the textures of the scarves, or it might be my scarf or whatever. Kept wearing it, was like whatever, just dealing with it, right? Until I was like, all right, I have to make a dermatologist appointment because this is OC. Like I really thought I was turning into a reptile. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I thought I was turning into Reptar. Like that's how my skin felt. Like because I can hide it and I could cover it, I wasn't like really tripping off of it, but I was definitely concerned about it. So and like this summer I'm talking about is like summer of 2015. I want to say this is summer of 2015. So like I called and I was like, all right, at this point I've been dealing with this for like a couple months now, so I need to figure out what exactly this is. This was like in June or May or June. I called dermatology, and y'all know dermatology. You call a dermatologist in June and they're gonna tell you the next available appointment is in February of the next year. I was like, bruh. So the next time I could get an appointment in, I think they said it was like June at that point, May or June, and they said October. I was like, you know what, just sign me up for the appointment, because I was like October. And I was scared because I was like, by the time I get there, by the time it's October, the condition gonna be gone. And then y'all gonna be like, why she come in? And then I'm gonna be like, well, if you would have seen me at the time I had the condition, then you would have known why I made the appointment. But since it's 2.5 years later, it's gone. Busy is y'all office. Like, there's people out here, we need help. At the time, the way I was feeling, like, I was like, I'm gonna just go in the back and lay some eggs, because I really felt like I was turning into a snake. Like, I was like, I'm peeling, like, I'm shedding skin, like I'm a snake. There's no other explanation. So like I said, I mean, I wasn't really equating to the way I was wearing my scarf. I was just like, whatever, like maybe it's a detergent I wash my scarf with, or I don't know if it was the food that was giving us on that campus. I don't know if it was the change of environment or whatever it was. I think it was the food, because that food was toxic. Now that I'm looking back at it, like, college campus food is literally like, ugh. I was just so embraced in, like, at that point I got used to it. Like, it's been about like 2 years wearing my scarf like that, and so like, and like I had never had an issue before, so why all of a sudden now would it be my scarf? Like, that's how I was thinking, you know. So I just was like, yeah, my body's just flaring up, and like maybe it's just something going on. Like maybe they could give me something orally, is what I was thinking when I get to the dermatologist, that could fix the issue, right? So cool. So I dealt with it all summer. Like, it was a rough summer. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, it was a rough summer with my skin.
One eternity later.
Finally, this dermatologist appointment is here. Finally. Like, mind you, like, by the time when I booked the appointment, I didn't know nothing about my class schedule, nothing. So turns out that I had a class during the appointment. But I was like, you know, I've been waiting how many months for this appointment? I'm going to that appointment. He wanted to mark me absent. That's what he was gonna have to do, because I was going to that appointment. Actually, you know what? My mom watches these videos and my family, so I got an excuse absence to miss class and go to that appointment. My mom actually meets me there at the dermatologist's office. And so like, I'm like, yes, finally gonna get the answers we need to start clearing my skin up. So back to the dermatologist appointment. Dermatologist knocks on the door, and it's a man, and I was like, man, can't you see that I'm a hijabi now? Like, I need a female doctor, please. No, let me stop. But at this point, I've been waiting so long. I don't care if it was a man. I don't care if it was a man, a female, a reptile. At that point, I was turning into one, so maybe he could have just dropped his skincare routine for me. I take off the scarf or whatever, and I open it up. He was like, and I was like, he was like, I'm like, Doc, we're not here to judge. Hey, don't try to act like you ain't seen words. Like, stop trying to play me. And he was like, yeah, oh my gosh. And I'm like, bruh, you never want to hear a doctor say, oh my gosh. Like, get to the point. What is it? Like, am I turning into a T-Rex? Like, or not? Like, just let me know right now. Like, I could call TLC. Like, I could be on TV for this. It's like, yeah, oh my gosh, I can see how this can be very uncomfortable. And I was like, well, yeah, like, if you ain't had me waiting 6 months for the appointment, how much do you really feel my pain? He was like, I think it's your scarf. And I was like, are you sure you don't need a deeper look? Like, no, really, check it out. No, like, it can't be my scarf. Like, it can't be. I wore this scarf for like 2 years prior to this, and this has never happened. So how is it my scarf now? Like, it can't be. Like, do an MRI, do a CT scan. Like, you need to exalt your resources, okay, before you tell me it's my scarf. Like, I was like, because at that time, like, I had embraced it fully. Like, it was part of me. Like, I loved my scarf. Like, and so for him to like tell me that it was my scarf that was causing this, I was like, huh? It was like, do you wear this scarf every day? And I was like, do you wear your hair every day? I was like, I mean, not this one. I mean, I have flavors. So it depends on the day and the outfit. Any more questions? Sir, if this was any other person, you would have told him to cut out tomatoes, dairy, gluten, whatever the case may be. I just wanted to hear the same thing, okay? Then he was like, is there a way you can like just possibly not wear it for 2 months so then we could come back and evaluate? And I was like, not wear it for 2 months. Doc, this is my hair. Okay? This is my hair. There's no way I'm not wearing it for 2 months. Like, this is my hair. Like, so what's the next option? Because kotia possible. He was like, or, and I'm like, this or better be good. He's like, or like wear it in a way where it doesn't show your, like, cover your neck. Like, he was basically saying that he can't assess like if it's the irritant or not if I don't not have it on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was his gist. And I get that, but it was like frustrating. I remember like leaving, like he didn't even let me put it back on. Like, I had to just wrap it up somehow, like how those alajas be doing, just like over my head. Like, and I just went home and I was like, yo, like this man really just told me that like my scarf could be like the issue of why my skin is acting up like this, y'all. So I started doing, like, I think this was like sophomore year. So I started doing, junior year. So I started doing like more like bun styles. Like, I started doing the bun more often. And I started doing like a turban. I'm gonna just insert some pictures. I think that'll be helpful. I started doing like scarves, like bun styles, like a turban style. I just started recently doing this, so I haven't really been doing this for a long time, but I was doing that for a while, and I'm telling y'all, maybe within like, and it was like, at that time, it was, I would wear like long sleeve that cover my neck, because it's like, now I don't have the scarf to cover my neck, so it's like, I didn't want my skin to be out there like that, because it looked like still kind of bad. So to end that story, the dermatologist story, like, I think after a month after that appointment, and I was wearing like, I was trying to keep the scarves off my neck, my skin cleared up like within like the month, like a month and a half. And like, that was just like, that's wild. Like, to me, like, that was wild. He gave me like some cream and stuff on it, which it wasn't even a different cream than what my doctor gave me. So I was using the same cream, but it cleared up. And I was like, how? but I guess because the irritant wasn't there. I don't know. I had this one scarf which was like my favorite scarf, I guess, and I guess that's what it was. I can't really tell you, but like at that time, like I had got used to just like throwing my hair throwing my scarf in a bun style, or throwing my scarf in the turban style, and so like I just stuck with that. Like I just stuck with the turban style or the bun style or whatever for a really long time, and even still until today. And so that's kind of how I style my scarf now. I think a big reason for it is that I had a fear of it coming back again, because I still don't know what kind of scarf it was. Like I have an idea of what kind of scarf it is. It's like those little shine scarves that like have the glitter, not glitter, but like it's like a shiny like design into the scarf. I think that's the kind of scarf that does it to me. But for a long time, it was just fear of not knowing what triggered that response out of me. And so like I was just like, I'll just stick with keeping it off my neck, or trying to keep it as much off my forehead. Yeah, so that's how I got to this point. But I would say that I do want to get back to wearing it the way I was wearing it, especially now that like chiffon or satin and jersey scarves are like out now. Back then all I wore was like pashima scarves, and that's literally from start to end. So I started wearing it, got a bad condition, like something happened, like my skin started like acting up, or I had to adjust. I had to wear like bun style or turban style, whatever, and just stuck with that because I was kind of used to it now, and a little bit of it was just fear of it happening again. And then I just stuck with it. Like people like see me out there and saying like, why am I wearing like this? Like, now you know. Or if people say like, why do I even wear it at all? Like, now you know. Or if people say like, I'm not wearing it the right way, then now you know. Or yeah, just to clear up some questions. Like I said, I do want to go back to wearing it my old way, and with time that will come. Like how wearing the scarf in general came to me. I feel like that day of wearing it like the old way, like how I used to wear it, will come back to me as well. So just following or taking my time and doing things on my own. Just, you know, feeling when it's the right time and doing things on my own is key for me. So I don't want to rush into it, or, you know, feel like I'm pressured into wearing it the way I used to wear it. Oh yeah, I hope this gives you a little bit more insight. Before we end this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next video.
Sensational.